Hey everyone, Dan here. Just checking in. Uh, I wanted to go over when to use markdowns in HTML and what the difference is. So, let's start with the markdowns. Again, you can find the markdowns. I even moved it over to the support section. You can find all these videos, support videos and everything. I actually have now a support tab where you can come over and it has everything about markdowns. It has everything about posting on the site. It's basically your how-to. You have any questions or anything, please just go over to the support tab right here, and I just have the videos separated here to make it easier, so you only have to click one time. So let's get back to the main page here and discuss the markdowns first. So as we discussed, the markdowns can give you headings and all the HTML markings that a blog post does. This section right here, again, is where you put the text posts and all that good stuff. So the markdowns are simply this, and that's a markdown. What happens is when you hit post, it looks like this. And again, there's a bunch of different markdowns, and that will help you with your SEO and Google finding you, Google liking you, knowing what part of your status update is important by what's called the heading hierarchies. I'll go into more detailed video about that as well. And keep in mind, all this stuff helps you guys out. This helps anybody who's posting. So that's all the markdowns. You can even put markdowns and links in markdowns, everything. It's super cool the way that this is set up. But there's a different, I'm just going to call it an engine inside the browser that generates what you see on the front end that differs from the HTML when you use markdowns. All complex, don't care if you understand that. It's just kind of the idea of what you need to think about how this works. You just need to have kind of an overall concept of how it works. Just to understand and help you better write your status updates as well as your posts. So that's how you do markdowns. And you can do markdowns in this section, or if you're writing a comment. And that's important. So if you're doing a comment or you want to add a text link with a text anchor, you're going to want to do it with markdowns in this section. Again, the markdowns are simple. It's always one or two different characters that change things, just like that. Makes it bigger, smaller, and again, it also lets Google know that that's an important thing that I just wrote there, because that's a heading 1 tag. So that's how you do markdowns. Blogging is a little bit different. It has a totally different sort of engine in the back end of the browser that generates and makes it so Google sees it, as well as what it looks like on the front end. So if we come over to the blog section where you actually create the blogs, and keep in mind, this is the most powerful. This and your profile and your groups are the most powerful for the SEO. But the status updates work well also, because those post right on top of the home page, as well as the activity feed, as well as your profile page. So they're important as well. But if you come over here, so this is how you do it with if you're doing a blog post. So if this is your heading, you don't put the hashtags or any of the markdowns in front of it. What you will do is you take that and you highlight it, and then you go here, heading 1. And then that's the way that it would show on the front end, and let Google know as well. Adding links, same way. I'm pretty sure most of you have seen this type of thing before. And then you put your headings in there. You can change your settings here as well. You can link to internal pages. I allow you guys to link to internal pages. This is a little tricky. Why don't we get into that a little bit later? But that's the difference between headings and markdowns. You can bold text it, all that stuff. But this is how you control your blog post, not with the markdown sections like this. This will do no good. This will just show a hashtag in front of it, and actually it won't. If you don't have this highlighted, it actually won't even be a heading. So if you come in here and only put a hashtag in front of it, it'll be a hash marks heading. And then hashtags are a little different. Now that's a hashtag. We'll get into those later as well. But that's basically how you do it, and the difference between HTML and markdowns. Also, if you're doing anything in chat or anything, if it gives you heading or HTML code strict, Don't put it in here with the HTML. We want you to use this to change the HTML of each section. Don't put the HTML coding in there. Thank you very